Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mr. and Miss English channel. We are so happy to have you here with us today. I hope you've had a fantastic week so far.
Hey guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah.
Sarah, I have to be honest with you, I am feeling a little bit low energy today.
Oh, really? Why is that? Did you have a busy weekend?
Actually, it was the opposite. I did absolutely nothing. I became one with my sofa. I watched about 3 seasons of a TV show, ordered pizza, and barely moved. Now I feel like I need a holiday to recover from my weekend of doing nothing.
I think we have all been there. But that actually leads perfectly into our topic for today. Because when you meet someone new, or even when you're catching up with colleagues on Monday morning, one question always comes up.
Let me guess. How was your weekend? Or what do you do for fun?
Exactly. And if your answer is always, I slept or I watched Netflix, the conversation dies pretty quickly. You want to be interesting. You want to share your passions.
That is true. So today we're doing a deep dive into hobbies and free time. We aren't just going to give you a list of sports, we're going to teach you the natural phrasal verbs, the adjectives that make you sound sophisticated, and fix the grammar mistakes that almost every student makes.
By the end of this video, you won't just say, I like swimming. You'll be able to explain why you love it and how it makes you feel.
Sounds good to me. If you are ready to level up your English conversation skills, hit that like button, subscribe to Mr. and Miss English, and let's get started.
First, let's look at the question itself. In textbooks, you often see, what is your hobby?
It's grammatically correct, but it sounds a little stiff, like a robot. What is your hobby?
Exactly. Native speakers are much more casual. We usually ask, what are you into? Or what do you get up to in your free time?
Or simply, what do you do for fun?
Let's focus on that phrase, to be into. This is key. It means you're interested in something or passionate about it.
For example, I'm really into sci-fi movies, or my sister is massively into baking.
You can also use keen on. I'm not really keen on sports. Means you don't like them much.
So let's break hobbies down into categories so you can find the words that fit you. Let's start with the creative ones.
These are for the makers. Painting, sketching, pottery. A big one right now is knitting or crocheting. It used to be for grandmas, but now it's very trendy.
Don't forget DIY. That stands for do-it-yourself.
Oh, yes. If you love fixing things in your house, building shelves, or restoring old furniture, you are into DIY.
I tried DIY once. I tried to build a birdhouse. It looked more like a bird accident.
Well, at least you tried. Next category, active hobbies.
This is your hiking, running, swimming, but also team sports like soccer or basketball.
And we have the intellectual hobbies. These are for exercising your brain.
Like learning languages, which you guys are doing right now, or playing chess, doing crosswords, or coding computer programs.
And finally, the collectors. Some people collect vinyl records, stamps, or even sneakers.
I have a friend who collects vintage sneakers. He has about 50 pairs, and he never wears them. He just looks at them.
That is dedication. So think about which category you fit into. Are you creative, active, intellectual, or a collector?
Now, let's move on to the vocabulary that will make you sound fluent. We need to talk about phrasal verbs. You cannot talk about hobbies without them.
The most important one is take up.
Take up means to start a new hobby or activity.
For example, I felt stressed, so I decided to take up yoga.
Or during the lockdown, everyone seemed to take up baking sourdough bread.
But sometimes a hobby is too hard or you get bored. Then you give up.
give up means to quit. I took up the violin, but it sounded like a dying cat, so I gave it up after 2 weeks.
Another really common one is get into. This describes the process of becoming interested.
It's slightly different from take up. Take up is the action of starting. Get into is the feeling of becoming interested.
Exactly. You might ask, how did you get into photography?
And the answer could be, my grandfather gave me an old camera and I just got into it from there.
I have one more phrasal verb for you. Stick with.
Oh, that's a good one. Stick with means you continue doing something even when it is difficult. You don't quit.
Learning English can be frustrating, but if you stick with it, you will see results.
So, don't give up. Stick with it.
Now let's talk about describing the experience. If someone asks why you like your hobby, saying it is fun is okay, but it's a level 1 answer. Let's get you to level 10.
If your hobby helps you relax after a crazy day at work, use the word therapeutic.
Therapeutic means it makes you feel better mentally. Gardening is so therapeutic, it clears my mind.
If you spend a lot of hours doing it, you can say it is time-consuming.
I love editing videos, but it is incredibly time-consuming.
What if it gives you a sense of achievement?
Then it is rewarding. Teaching others to read is challenging, but very rewarding.
Here's another one. Sociable. If your hobby is a great way to meet people.
I joined a salsa dancing class because it's a very sociable hobby.
And one for the expensive hobbies. Pricey.
I want to get into golf, but the equipment is so pricey.
Okay, Sarah, I need to put on my grammar police hat for a moment.
Uh-oh, what did I do?
Not you, but I hear students making the same mistakes with hobbies all the time. The big confusion is between the verbs play, go, and do.
Ah, yes, this is classic. Let's make it simple.
Rule number 1. Use play for games that involve a team, a ball, or an instrument.
I play soccer. I play basketball. I play the guitar. I play poker.
Rule number 2. Use go for activities that end in ing.
This is the easiest rule to remember. Go swimming, go running, go hiking, go shopping, go dancing.
Never say I play running or I make swimming. It's always go.
And rule number 3, use do for individual activities, martial arts or puzzles.
I do yoga. I do karate. I do judo. I do a crossword puzzle.
There is one exception that always tricks people, boxing. It ends in ing, but we usually say do boxing or just box. But for 99% of words, stick to the rule.
There is one more common mistake I want to mention. The difference between fun and funny.
Oh, good catch.
Fun means enjoyable. Funny means it makes you laugh, like a joke.
So skiing is fun. It is enjoyable and exciting.
Skiing is not funny unless you fall down and look silly. Then it's funny for your friends.
So don't say, my hobby is funny, unless you are a comedian. Say, my hobby is fun.
Let's sprinkle in some idioms to make your English colorful. Since we're talking about free time, let's look at time idioms.
First up, to kill time.
This sounds aggressive, but it just means to waste time while you're waiting for something else.
We arrived at the cinema early, so we went to the arcade to kill time.
Next, me time.
This is sacred. Me time is time you spend alone doing exactly what you want to recharge your batteries.
With 3 kids, it's hard to find any me time.
And we mentioned this earlier, couch potato.
A lazy person who sits on the sofa watching TV. Stop being a couch potato and go for a walk.
Here's a new one, a jack of all trades.
This describes a person who has many different hobbies and skills. They can do a little bit of everything.
My uncle creates pottery, fixes cars, and plays the banjo. He's a real jack of all trades.
Sometimes we add the second part of the idiom, a jack of all trades, master of none, meaning they're okay at everything, but not an expert in anything.
One more, to dabble in something.
To dabble means to do a hobby casually, not seriously.
I dabble in painting. I'm not very good, but I enjoy it.
All right, let's do a quick role play so you can hear how this vocabulary sounds in a real conversation. Sarah, pretend we're at a party.
Okay. Hey, Mike. Long time no see. What have you been up to lately?
Not much, just working, but I actually took up rock climbing recently.
No way. Rock climbing? How did you get into that?
Well, a friend invited me to try it out, and I found it surprisingly addictive. It's physically tough, but reaching the top is so rewarding.
That sounds intense. I'm not really keen on heights, to be honest.
Fair enough. What are you into these days? Still dabbling in photography?
Yeah, I stuck with it. I actually bought a new lens, which was a bit pricey, but the photos are breathtaking. It's my therapeutic time on the weekends.
That's awesome. We should go on a hike sometime. You can take photos and I can climb rocks.
It's a date.
See how natural that sounded? We used took up, get into, addictive, rewarding, keen on, dabbling, stuck with it, pricey, and therapeutic.
Try to mix these words into your own sentences.
Okay, guys, it's your turn to practice. We are going to ask you 2 questions. I want you to pause the video after the question and answer it out loud. Seriously, talk to your screen.
Question number 1. What is a hobby you have stuck with for a long time, and why do you find it rewarding?
Go ahead, pause and answer. Okay, good job. Maybe you said you stuck with playing the piano because it's relaxing.
Question number 2. Is there a hobby you would like to take up, but you think it might be too pricey or time-consuming?
Pause and answer now. I bet a lot of you said traveling. That is definitely pricey and time-consuming.
Well, we have covered a lot today, from phrasal verbs like take up and give up to describing hobbies as therapeutic or addictive.
And remember the golden grammar rules. Play ball sports, go ing activities, and do solo exercises.
Hobbies are such a great way to connect with people, even if your English isn't perfect. If you talk about something you love, your enthusiasm will show, and people will want to listen.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to be a jack of all trades and try new things.
It is time for our question of the day. We want to hear from you in the comments.
Here's the question. If you could turn your hobby into your full-time job, would you do it? Or would that ruin the fun?
That's a tough one. Some people say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But others say, if you make your hobby your job, you lose your hobby.
I think if I played video games for a job, I might start to hate it.
I think if I baked cakes for a living, I would just eat all the profits.
Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We hope you learned something new.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to Mr. and Miss English, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
Have a wonderful week, find some me time, and keep practicing.
See you in the next video.
Bye!